This is the tale of a woman who chose a forbidden path, faced the weight of her choices, and discovered what it truly means to find peace within herself. Once upon a time, in a small African village, there lived a beautiful young woman named Adanna. People came from far and wide just to see her beauty. Many young men wanted to marry her, but Adanna did not trust men anymore. Adanna had fallen in love before, but each time her heart was broken. The men she loved would lie, cheat, or change after a while. Adanna grew tired of heartbreak and became very sad. After her last heartbreak, Adanna decided she would never marry a man again. She told herself that she was done with love. Her family and friends were surprised, but Adanna had made up her mind. To find peace, Adanna started walking alone in the forest every day. She felt calm and safe there, away from the people in her village. The trees, animals, and rivers made her feel less lonely. One day, Adanna met a large, gentle ape in the forest. At first, she was afraid, but the ape just watched her quietly. He did not scare her or try to hurt her. As time passed, Adanna and the ape became friends. She would sit by the river with him and he would keep her company. She felt happy and safe around him. One day, Adanna decided to marry the ape. She felt he understood her better than any man. When she told her family and the villagers, they were shocked and angry. The village elders warned Adanna that it was wrong to marry an animal. Her family begged her to change her mind, but Adanna would not listen. She believed her choice was right. Adanna married the ape in a quiet ceremony by the river, with only the forest animal as witnesses. She wore a simple dress and placed flowers in her hair. Adanna was happy with her new life. She spent her days in the forest with her ape husband, feeling free from her past heartbreaks and loneliness. One day, Adanna began to feel different. She soon realized that she was going to have a baby. She felt excited and a little nervous about becoming a mother. When the baby was born, he was unlike any other child. He was part human and part ape. He had Adanna's eyes, but his body was strong and furry like his father's. Adanna loved him deeply. When the villagers saw Adanna's baby, they were horrified. They said he was an abomination, a terrible mistake. They blamed Adanna for breaking the laws of nature. The elders called a village meeting and decided that Adanna had done something terribly wrong. They believed that he had brought shame to their community. The elder decided to banish Adanna and her child. She and her baby had to leave the village and live at the edge of the forest. Adanna felt sad but tried to stay strong for her child. Adanna built a small hut for herself and her son. They learned to survive alone in the forest, away from the people who had once been their family and friends. Adanna's son had a hard time growing up. He was neither fully human nor fully ape. He struggled to fit in and often fell sick and weak. One day, Adanna's son became very sick. He was caught between two walls. He was part human and part ape, and his body could not handle it. He grew weaker and weaker. Adanna stayed by her son's side, holding him and caring for him as he took his last breath. She cried and wished things had been different. Her heart was broken once more. After her son passed away, Adanna felt deep regret. She realized that she had made choices that hurt her and her son. She learned that some choices can bring pain and that she must think carefully. Alone, she prayed for peace, hoping to start anew. Felt lost, she decided to take a long walk deep into the forest to clear her mind. She walked for days, thinking about her choices and the lessons she learned. Woman who lived alone in a small hut. The woman was wise and kind. She listened to Adanna's story and nodded with understanding. The elders shared wisdom about life, love, choices, comforting Adanna. Her for some time. Each day, she helped with chores and listened to the elders' advice. Slowly, Adanna began to heal and felt a little lighter. This did not define her forever. She could learn from her past and become a better person. Adanna promised herself to be kinder to others and more patient with herself. Returned to her village, she was nervous, afraid that the villagers would still be angry, but she wanted to try to rebuild her life and connect with her family once more. Surprised to see her, some people still looked at her with distrust, but others felt pity for her. Slowly, she began talking to people again, hoping to earn their respect. Adanna visited the village elders and her family to apologize. She explained that she had learned from her mistakes and wanted to change. Though it took time, some began to forgive her, seeing her sincerity. To show her change, Adanna offered to help the village however she could. She helped with farming, cooking, and even taking care of children. The villagers saw her kindness and hard work, and their heart began to soften. Women in the village, teaching them about the importance of making wise choices. She taught them to be patient and careful with love, sharing the lessons she had learned. In time, Adanna found peace in her heart. She felt accepted by village and proud of the person she had become. Thought her journey had been hard. She knew she had grown stronger. She lived each day with kindness and wisdom, grateful for the chance to start anew. Hello friends, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channels. Thank you all. She learned that some choices can bring pain and that she must think carefully. Alone, she prayed for peace, hoping to start anew.